Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. Here today we're going to talk about G-Shock, not uh, the G-Shocks of today, but the G-Shock that started it all, and my story on how I got introduced into Casio or G-Shock. This is how I got my first Casio way back. I want to say it's 1987, when I was in the Army. And this is the G-Shock that started the Casio trend that I'm on currently. This is let me read it right off the box. DW5600E-1 Victor. So, 1987, my platoon sergeant, I was in the U.S. Army in Fort Carson, Colorado. I was stationed there, and he assigned me and some other guys to go out to inspect the tents. And so we go outside to the storage metal containers that the tents were stored, and we opened them up and we took them out and laid them on the floor, and we started to open them up and lay them out flat so we can tell, look for tears, clean them out. Some of them were dirty from what I remember. Well, I got this one tent out, and I'm in the process of unfolding it out flat, and a watch was in one of the folds. And it was this particular watch. Now, at the time, I didn't know what a G-Shock was. G-Shock came around in 1983 when I don't know if I think he was an engineer or someone that worked at Casio, broke his watch, and he said, you know what, we need to make a watch that is indestructible, basically. And they came up with this particular watch. This is the first one that came out in 1983. This is a new one, of course. I just got it this week. And this is the one that started me. This was my first G-Shock that I had, and it was by pure luck. I was just doing my duty, and I came upon it, and so ever since then, I wore it. And later on, I got out of the military, still had the watch, it was still working, and I got a job. I was doing x-rays, okay? I was an industrial x-ray tech, and I would go around x-raying aircraft, x-raying bridges, x-raying time capsules in the courthouse here in Bear County. I also did a 400-year-old violin. It led to a lot of interesting jobs. But during that time, while you're taking x-rays, you need something to time the shot. You have to figure out how much time it's going to take to make a proper x-ray. And so I already had this watch, and I would use it every day for, I don't know how many years later after I found it, and I would use the stopwatch function. Let me see if I remember how to use it. Is it this button? No. And I would time. Boy, I guess I forgot how to completely use this thing. How embarrassing. Hold on. I'm trying to film with my... I'm actually holding the phone while I'm trying to film. Believe me, it works. I can't do it with one hand. But anyway, I would use this every day to take an x-ray. I used it for I don't know how many years. Oh, there it goes. I used it for so many years that finally the battery went dead. I want to say 93, somewhere around 1993. And by that time, I used it so much in industrial areas and whatnot, traveled with it, that the plastic started to break apart. And all that was exposed was the metal case. It was the metal case without this plastic over it. And I used it like that for a little bit, and then the battery finally went dead. And so I don't know if that particular G-Shock was from 1983 or was it newer than that. But it lasted a long time. And my friend liked my watch for some reason, even though it was missing a bunch of pieces and everything. And he took it for himself. And he put a battery in it, and he used it. He also was an X-ray tech, and he also used it for many years. This watch is so popular, or that style of watch, that Casio makes a cheaper version of it. This is it right here. I think people call it the big block. Let me see if I can read the model number. W2, I can't see, my eyes are so bad. W218H. This is 50 meters of water resistant. And I don't remember, I think I paid like $16 for it. But it has the same type of these little wrist stops in the back. Gives you the curvature that the G-Shocks have to make it more comfortable. See that one here? And it's so popular that even Invicta makes a copycat. This is the Invicta I bought. It even down to the dimples that are on the G-Shock. And it also has the little stops on the wristband, so it has that curvature, so it fits you really nice. I got this for $9 on Amazon too. You know, what I like about this particular G-Shock is the story that I have behind it, the history of me using it. And I can't remember, I can't remember if I stopped it. Want to show you the light. There you go. Nice luminescent light. Really nice. And this is a basic watch. I mean, it does the time, the date, day of the week, timer, stopwatch, and alarm. You can go get a fancy G-Shock like this one. This is a range man, which turns on automatically the light whenever it twists a certain way. This one has a compass, a barometric pressure, temperature, altitude, world time, timer, stopwatch, all that stuff. That's the upper end of the G-Shocks. I got a middle range here. G-Shock. This is an analog G-Shock. If you want that particular look. But if you want something smaller and you want the granddaddy, the one that starts it all, this is the watch you're looking for. Oh, Happy New Year to you all. I'm just looking at the date. It's January the 2nd. Happy New Year, guys, to everybody out there. This is a 200 meter water resistant. It has the G-Shock features, which means it's very durable and tough, and it takes a licking, keeps on ticking. To steal it from Timex, this is the true one that takes a licking and keeps on ticking. I'm not sure about the battery life. It's probably at least 7 years, I'm guessing. I'm gonna put the link to this particular one. I got this for $44 on Amazon, free shipping, and I'm glad I got it. It's very comfortable to wear on the wrist, and reminds me of where it all started back in the 80s, and then recently I started getting back on into the Casio collection, or even watch collection all together. I started that maybe 2 years ago, and I probably have close to 40 watches maybe by now, most of them Casios. But anyway, I thought I wanted to share that story with you of how I came to own a G-Shock, and this is the one that started it off for Casio, and this is the one that started it with me falling in love with G-Shock and Casio brand. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy New Year. Bye.